God bless. How to get away with murder. Guys, know I love that. Okay, I have to do it at least once. Okay, so the winter finale was great. I thought it was anyway. All right, so it starts out with Annalise yelling, "No!" And I guess this is before she gets shot, you know, because remember, we've seen her bleed out. We've seen this in flashbacks, but we always wondered how they were going to put the puzzle together. We didn't know why she was shot or why she was wounded. At first you couldn't tell whether it's a shot or maybe she was stabbed, but yeah, she's been shot. All right, so yeah, we're going to go back and find out tonight why she was shot. All right, so we see Caleb. He's hiding a gun. Annalise yells at the legal eagles for having a gun because she's saying it's tampering with evidence. Frank calls Annalise to let her know that Philip is being arrested. Bonnie comes over to see Asher. She tells Asher that your father hung himself, and Asher is so hurt and heartbroken. He hurries over to his mother's house to comfort her, to be with her, and she says it's all his fault that he chose Annalise in that whole situation over the family. So here we start this manipulation mentally. Bonnie, at this point, she's upset too. She tells Frank, "We become monsters." And the reality is, you've always seemed to be monsters. All of you guys have done things that were so despicable. To be lawyers and, right, officers of the court, whatever they call them. Annalise tells Caleb that Catherine will need her own lawyer because she's going to represent him, and Catherine is now a suspect. Catherine never told the legal eagles that she knew Philip, and the DA is on her way to the Hapstall mansion. There is a sideshow in which Nate is arguing with the DA, okay? It's not even important in the grand scheme of things, but now it's time for Bonnie to manipulate Annalise. Bonnie tells Annalise that they will lose everything if Asher talks, right? They'll all go to jail. Everybody will be in jail. Annalise is the one who comes up with the idea. We have to make it look like Asher did not run her over with a car. Okay, so that's what it was. All right. So Bonnie heads over to Hapstall Mansion. She has the DA's body in the car. And this is when all this manipulation starts, as they all collaborate on what to do with the DA's body to cover up the body and how it happened. The legal eagles are reluctant, but as always, they do what Annalise says. I don't get it. She tells them all she's saving them, you know, that's her whole thing. She did it for them, you know, it's not for her, it's for them. All right. Of course, while the legal eagles are discussing this, you see Wes. He's on the other side of the door in the mansion, and he's listening. You know, he's always listening. Remember, he was listening in Nate's apartment a few episodes back. He's always just listening. He's got a gun though, right? Wes's idea is to just expose Annalise. Why is everybody taking up for Annalise? He doesn't understand it. He doesn't get it. Why is everyone always listening to her? She's so corrupt. She's so evil as far as he's concerned. All right, so they don't want to do that. Bonnie takes the gun from Wes. She confronts Annalise and leaves the gun on Annalise's desk. Annalise then calls the police and tells the police that she's been shot. She says that she's been shot by Catherine. She then tells Connor, "Take the gun and shoot me. Shoot me in the leg, I'll be okay." He refuses. She then goes to Michaela, says the same thing. "Shoot me in the leg, I'll be okay." And now while she's saying these things, she's bringing up personal matters to inflame to incite, I should say, their emotions, to make them mad enough to actually do it, right? She then goes to Laurel because Michaela won't do it. All right, so now she goes to Laura, same thing. "Shoot me in the leg, I'll be okay, it's all right. Go ahead. Remember when I flamed Laurel too?" She even comes at Wes, and initially Wes backs out. He won't do it initially either. So now she's been all around the room trying to convince people to shoot her. Okay, we love Viola Davis, so we're going to separate her from the character, of course, because we're not crazy. We know this is a television show. But this woman is nuts. We see it now. We knew she was nutty before, but now she's really the nutty professor for real. All right, so everybody's passed. She's went around the room asking people to shoot her. Nobody wants to do it, even though she's talked about them, said evil, awful things about them, to try to incite them to do it, but no, they won't. All right, so she goes back to Wes. Because Wes, remember I told you guys before, and I hate to say I told you so, but I did. There's something going on with her and Wes. She knows how to push his buttons the best, right? So here she goes over to Wes again. Annalise goes after Wes again. Yeah, she starts saying these evil, nasty things to him, right? Finally, Wes has had it. So he pulls up the gun and he points it at her leg, but instead of shooting her in the leg, he shoots it in the stomach or the abdomen or one of the vital areas. Because you keep saying, if we shoot you in your leg, you'll be okay. But how about if we don't want you to be okay because you said such awful things about me? Yeah, here I go. It's like shooting to kill, right? Shoot to kill. All right, so as she goes down, you know, you hear her say the no that we heard in the flashback. That's fine. But then she's saying, Christoph, right? She's muttering this as she's going under because now she's losing a lot of blood. You know, she's losing consciousness. And we see a flashback at that time of a young Wes. They call him Christoph. Evidently, that was his name. He's talking to maybe a caregiver or a social worker, and he's answering questions about his mother. His mother was found murdered, or maybe she committed suicide. We don't even know. Maybe the little kid did it, because, you know, there are little kid murderers. I mean, that's not unheard of. But anyway, so he's talking to them, and through this glass plate window, you see Annalise and Eve, yeah, her partner in crime, observing this whole interview, right? And like I said, these are younger versions of themselves. So when Wes is like 10 or 12 or how old he is, Annalise might be 30, I don't know, whatever she is. She has long braids, the urban braids, very pretty. You know, she's a pretty girl anyway, so pretty lady anyway. So, and Eve, who's beautiful as well, right? And they're watching this whole thing. And I guess we'll see next year. Now we have to wait, yeah, and see where it goes. But so, yeah, that's the whole thing. Wes, you shot Annalise. So that's what happened to you, Annalise. But, you know, I'm sure she'll make it. I mean, she's the star of the show. If she doesn't watch, if she's not on the show, I don't know if I would watch. Yeah, she's the star of the show, so she'll probably make it. I mean, if she doesn't make it, I don't know if I'll watch because I'm watching because of her. Otherwise, I don't know, this show is like any other show. She makes the show different. Viola Davis makes the show different. Yeah, all right, so. All right. I so want to thank you for watching How to Get Away with Murder with me so far this year. We'll see you on the other side. I said this to the Scandal guys. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a great Christmas. If you don't watch, you know, if you don't stay with us and watch some of the movie reviews, you guys have to come back for some of my movie reviews. You know, you're welcome to do so. You got a personal invitation. All right, so happy Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, right? And if you don't believe in anything, you know what I always say. Just enjoy your life. Love and be loved. Until we meet again, it's Renee Stanley for Movie Review Relay. God bless.